For you, talk about what this rivalry means, particularly from the Colorado guys' perspective on this team.
It's one of the more fun games you get to play in every single year. Being my fourth border war, it's really exciting. You got a lot of guys on this team that maybe didn't get recruited by them, got passed up for whatever reason. Everybody's got kind of a different reason, but it's a big game. One, just being from Colorado and being around those schools all the time, and then coming up here and playing for the Cowboys. Yeah, it's a huge game that we look forward to, and this whole team looks forward to.
What was your knowledge of the rivalry kind of growing up or back in high school even?
I didn't know a whole lot about it. We were kind of down near the Denver area, so you got a lot of CU people there. Not a whole lot of CSU influence down there, but you knew about it. And then I came up here, and one of the first things I noticed on my visit was just how much it was mentioned, and it was January. Just how much it means to people up here, how much they care, and it was something that blew me away because it was something that I just wasn't really familiar with. And then I got up here, and it's the biggest game of the year.
You didn't get to play in this game last year because of your injury. So how much does that mean to you, your senior year, getting the chance to go back and play in your home state against the big rival?
It's really cool. It's just like it killed me not to be out there, especially with like the snow and everything. Like, it was just a cool game. I'm excited to go down to Fort Collins. I got a few high school buddies who are still going to CSU right now, so it's a lot of fun anytime you get to go back down to that state.
Yeah, is there a little smack talk between you and your buddies this week?
A little bit. But it's what they were in the stands 2 years ago when we went down there, so they were front row, so they were all over me. But it's whatever.
Talk about what type of message has to kind of be relayed, or I guess what's the conversation for guys that are unfamiliar, that are not from around this area, whether it's Colorado or Wyoming? What's kind of the message that the team relays to these new guys to get them familiar with the rivalry?
I would just say it's just the culture. There's such a difference. The 45 minutes apart, there's such a difference from the towns, Laramie to Fort Collins, the people, and just making them realize, how much people care, how much people care about this rivalry, how much people care about Wyoming football, and especially when, you can go down and play Colorado State. I mean, it's the oldest rivalry west of the Mississippi, and it's just a huge deal. You just got to keep telling them that. You got to keep letting them know that, this is the rival school. You have to beat them. Yeah. So, yeah.
Does anything come to mind in terms of guys' reaction, that you talk to about this rivalry? They're like, I don't know if I quite believe you until they actually play in the game?
Yeah, I would just say that the intensity of the game is something that it kind of catches you. You play in a lot of games. Played in a lot of games here, but CSU is one every single year that's just different. It's just got a different feel to it. And I'm sure that's how all rivalry games are, but this game has a different feel to it, and you don't really understand it until you step on and play them. It's got a different feel for sure.
Talk about defensively. Do you feel like you guys are starting to get closer, maybe where you would hope to be playing for most of the season, Conner? I mean, do you feel like these last couple games have really amped you guys up on the defensive side, particularly really slowing down Utah State in the last game?
Yeah, I think there was positives that we can take from that game. Utah State's a team that averages 52 points a game. So, then there was positives on both sides of it. I thought the offense showed some really bright spots, and I thought the defense played really well. No question. The guys on this team, they're never going to lose hope. They're never going to lose faith. We've got two strong guys on this team to do that.
Is it tough to prepare for a couple different quarterbacks? Because CSU's kind of rotated guys.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not polar opposites like a runner and a thrower, like you guys saw with Boise State last year. But is it tough to prepare for two guys?
Every guy brings a different thing to the table. Whether like you said, they're not polar opposites, but they do things differently because every quarterback's different. It's something you have to prepare for. But come Friday night, we'll be all right.
Anything in terms of what you're expecting from CSU offensively? Any knowledge of the Rams here early in the week?
Just a team. I think they play really hard. I think they're pretty sound at what they know what they do. and that's just something that we have to prepare for. You can't make mistakes. You can't have mental mistakes. You know, on offense or defense. And yeah, you know, CSU is always a really good football team. Really tough. They're coached well by Mike Bobo, and you know, something you got to prepare for.